Okay, everybody, let's welcome Abe Ancer, who hails from the University of Oklahoma, and Eugenio Chacarra, hailing from the OSU Cowboys, both from Fireballs GC. Welcome.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks.
Do you guys feel like this is a little bit of a home game for you both, even though you guys aren't really from here, but having spent so much time in Oklahoma?
Absolutely, and I feel like also this stage is hungers for a big event. I think before the PGA Championship last year, there wasn't really a big tournament in the state, and I think it's such a great crowd for golf. We're gonna hear a lot of people supporting me, and well, I'm surrounded this week. I think we got 5 or 6 pokes out here this week, but I'm gonna try my best to beat them. But we can tie. We can tie at the top.
Yeah, I mean, he pretty much said everything. I think the state of Oklahoma deserves good fields, good tournaments, and I know there's going to be a lot of people. I hope the weather stays good. I mean, it changed really quick here around this area, so hopefully the weather stays up and we had a lot of crowd. It's going to be a fun week for sure.
So having had a lot of experience playing Oklahoma golf courses, do you guys feel like you have a little bit of an advantage as it, pertains to the course conditions and the weather and kind of knowing what to expect out here?
Well, for me, I don't think the courses are really that much different. This is a great golf course. Tree line, you got to be in the fairway. The thing is that it can get pretty windy, and it can get tricky with the tall trees. You can swirl a little bit. You can feel it from one side, but it's really from another. Other than that, I don't think there's just certain golf courses in the state that are way different from other states in the U.S.
Yeah, I mean, playing with the wind, we probably had a little more experience than other people, but like he said, it's just golf. It's a normal golf course. It's a great course, but we probably, having the people cheering for us, will have some advantage there. But, I mean, it's just golf, and the best guy that plays on Sunday will win.
I like it. So we hear about how much you guys love playing college golf. The Fireballs are currently in the 3rd place in the team standings, and you guys took home a win in Tucson and 2nd place in Singapore, so you guys are playing awesome. How important is the team component to you guys at Live Golf?
Yeah, I mean, super fun. I mean, I never played PE Tour or anything, so I came from college, and college was the same thing. And I feel like I love it. I mean, having teammates, friends, and someone to support and see and be happy when they do good, and even though if you're not having a good week, trying to help your team in one round or something is huge. So it's such a fun format. It's fun for the people, and for me in Europe, like Spanish people and they like more Leaf Golf on the PGA Tour. I mean, they're just supporting the team. They're supporting guys, and they can watch it, even though if the guy's in almost last, but they can help the team to raise a podium or get some points for the team for the Live Board. So it's fun. It's a great thing, and hopefully it keeps this way.
That's great. Abe?
Yeah, I think both Mexico and Spain are very passionate countries for sports, and especially for teams, and they definitely identify a lot with following a team. So bringing this aspect into golf, I think, is really cool. Also feeding from each other, trying to help each other out to be a better player. It's really unique. Obviously, it's been a while since I played it. Before I joined the Live, I only played it in the President's Cup and obviously college. So I definitely missed that feeling. And then learning from Sergio, who's been doing this for a while. Not to say he's old, but he definitely has a lot of things to learn from him. He's got the guy that has really made the most points, I think, in Ryder Cup history. So you can see how fired up he gets in the team sport.
That's great. I'll kick it over to Mike.
Gino, I asked the other guys this. I just was hoping you could kind of take us back through the recruiting process and how you got to Oklahoma State, who was influential in your decision, that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, being from Spain, it's always hard. I didn't go to the U.S. until I was 18. I had a long journey before I went to Oklahoma State. I was verbal committed to Stanford, never make my SAT. So obviously it wasn't an option. And then I was lucky enough that Wake Forest got me pretty late to get a scholarship and play for them. And I had a good year as a freshman at Wake Forest. But I was there, and I knew I was watching Matthew Wolff making that 15 to win NCAAs, and all the people and the crowd shouting and screaming. And I was like, man, that looks like Real Madrid soccer. I want to play for that team. So I decided to get into transfer portal, and I was lucky enough that I had a good year. And then Oklahoma State lost all these great players like Victor Hovland, Zach Boshu, Chris Ventura, Wolfie. So all these guys left. So there was an open spot for me. So I got my chance, and I landed there. And I feel like without Oklahoma State, I wouldn't be where I am right now. So I learned so much. I feel it's an incredible program. There's incredible persons, and you have everything you need to be successful in golf. So that's why there's a lot of names out of Oklahoma State in every tour in the world.
Hey, did you get a? Were you thinking about OLSU? Was that an option for you?
No, well, I went a little different route. Obviously, I grew up in Mexico, playing golf over there. I didn't really play many AJGA events as a little guy, and I didn't really get recruited at all. So right after high school, I got recruited from Paul Chavez to Odessa Junior College, and it was a great opportunity for me to kind of get going and not just jump into a D1 school. Thankfully, I played really well that year. Something clicked. Got lucky that Coach Smart at the time, he was assistant to Coach Hibble, when he was going to go watch another guy that I was playing with, and by the end of the round, he told Hibble, "Hey, we got to look at this guy, not the other guy." And after there, they started the recruiting process. We started chatting, and thankfully, I played really well throughout that year. We had other options, but OU was always there, and then maybe an offer I couldn't refuse. I fell in love with the facilities, the people. I mean, it was a no-brainer for me. It was awesome.
Right. And Gino, I have to ask, how many pairs of socks do you own?
It's a good question. I mean, I've been loving socks since I was little. I feel like I played soccer when I was young, and everyone was wearing the same socks. So just to see a difference, I usually wear different socks, and I've been doing it for a while. I mean, all my friends give me socks when they find someone, or they get a cool one in whatever they are, and they bought me one. So I pretty much have, I will say over 200 pair of socks, and I obviously have my favorites, the one that when I play with them and I shoot low ones, they come back, and the ones that they don't have a good run, they probably never come back. But I mean, I have a lot. I love socks, and I think it's a cool thing to wear.
So, what is your favorite pair?
Obviously the ones I won in Bangkok, they're up there. I don't use them a lot. I don't want them to get broken quickly. But I mean, I got a couple. Of college as well. I like one blue ones with them, like a milk sauce and whatever. I mean, I got one Carlos Sainz gave me that's like a chili that they're pretty cool. I mean, I have a lot of favorites, but probably the ones in Bangkok. But they're resting at home for now.
And my last question. So, when you decide each morning what pair of socks you want to wear, how long does that process take?
Well, I actually decide when I'm packing to go to a tournament. I kind of like go with the colors I'm playing with the shirt. Most
you gotta
likely.
match it.
Yeah,
I
gotta match it. I mean, if not, we got Sergey is probably gonna give me shit about my look or something like that. So I try to match the colors, and then obviously, if I feel I'm playing good that tournament, I kind of like go back. I always put an extra ones that they're lucky ones, and if I got a good start or I need a good round to help the team or good round to get into the contention, I kind of like pull out the lucky ones. So yeah, it's a thing I've been doing. It's a routine, and hopefully can be doing it for the rest of my life.
Thanks.
Yep.
Griff?
Question for Abe.
Here we go.
Did you ever think growing up golfing in Mexico, hitting a little white ball would lead you to be able to get drunk with Mark Wahlberg when you grew up?
There's a lot of things that I never thought I was going to be able to do. Growing up in Reynosa, and golf was definitely a dream to make it to a big stage. I don't think anybody has really done it from that region of my country. So, yeah, it's pretty surreal to step back and look at the things that have accomplished. Sometimes I feel like I could be pretty tough with myself, but looking back to all that cool stuff that I've been getting to do and doing in and outside of golf, it's pretty surreal.
When you're hanging out with Mark Wahlberg, you just like, I did it. I've won. It doesn't even matter if I shoot a bad score this week. I've won.
You know what? He's such a laid back, just a normal dude, and it doesn't make it feel like it's Mark Wahlberg, right? He's just another guy. We're just hanging out, playing some golf, drinking some tequila, and it's just so easy going. But then, yeah, like I said, when you step back and look at it, yeah, I made it.
Great golfer and great businessman.
Yeah.
Nice.
Eugenio, as a fellow college dropout, I was just wondering, do you feel like you need to win on the Live Tour to get your parents' approval?
No, I mean, winning's hard. I mean, you're playing against the best players in the world. I feel like just being here, it's something that I've been dreaming since I was little, being a pro golfer. I mean, I can tell you I'll now give the college years back. I mean, I loved all the 4 years I was there. I feel it's really important for kids to go there to just experience everything. Getting drunk on a Thursday, going drunk to workouts and coach get pissed and give you punishment. It's something that you need to deal with. I mean, it's steps in life, you know. So it's just, I feel like I had a great time. I learned a lot. I mature. Obviously I wanted to be a pro golfer as soon as possible, and winning as a 4th star on the Leaf Golf is something that it was like a dream. I mean, I never thought it was real. That's why I didn't like enjoy it as much as I needed to. But I mean, it's just fun to be out there. I feel like you need to do the college stuff. I mean, it's something that's a part of your life, like school it is. So and then getting on tour, it's hard. There's a lot of things that needs to click, and winning obviously is really hard. So I mean, I'm proud of what I did. I know I have a lot of support back, my team, my family, and obviously my college mates and coaches and everything. So it's just a great opportunity, and I love it being here.
Yeah, and do you feel like if you put as much time into your socks as you did your college, you would have graduated?
I actually graduated. I actually graduated.
Oh, you did? Oh,
So
Congrats.
yeah, I actually finished my. That was a big thing I had with my parents. I mean, it's like, okay, you're gonna leave school 1 year early, but one of the conditions my mom said, I'll be fine with it, even though I don't like it, but you're going to finish and graduate and have a diploma. So, yeah, I mean, even though you said I was winning in Bangkok, I remember that night I was doing exams. He can tell you. I couldn't go to dinners because I had essay and exams. So it was something I told my parents I was going to do, and I'm proud to have my college degree of Oklahoma State and now playing professional golfer.
Right on. Thanks.
Yep, thanks.
Right on.
Over there.
Hey, this is for both of y'all. You briefly mentioned Sergio earlier. Just curious, if there's one thing either on or off the course that he's taught y'all you've learned from him that kind of sticks out?
I think for me, I mean, he's been like my second dad. I mean, he's helping me so much. I learned so much from him. He's always trying to help me. I just, like the recently one, even Abraham and Carlos told me, this season I start changing stuff, changing equipment and everything, and they sit down with me, and even though I didn't like to hear it, and it was not what I wanted to hear in the dinner, I mean, it's something I needed to hear. Like, they've been there for so much, and they trying to help me, so they sit down with me and tell me, all right, just stop doing what you're doing, just go back what you were playing, and then I did that in Singapore, and I had one of, well, obviously the best week I had this year, but obviously, like, what's my game, you know? So they're always trying to teach me. Even Sergio has more experience than them, but these guys also have a lot of experience. They've been playing golf for a lot of years. So I'm very grateful for the opportunity of Sergio gave me, and Abraham and Carlos teach me all day, and I'm here just to learn a lot to learn the much I can every day.
Yeah, I feel like this is such a tough sport and lifestyle that you have to really understand what works for you. And if you have a mentor, like for example, like Sergio, that has gone through a lot of stuff and just learned from golf and outside of golf, I think we've learned a lot. And you can see when somebody might be making a mistake, and you can kind of like hold back and just, you want to let them kind of figure out by themselves. But also, if you can stop it from something that will spiral down to like take some time and it will probably hurt your game, like, I don't know, changing equipment when you're just searching for stuff. It's really cool to have a team around you to step in and say, hey, look at what you did months, like 3 or 4 months ago with this equipment or whatever it is. And it's nice to hear it from somebody else. Sometimes whenever you're just playing somewhere else, you don't have that. So I've definitely, I feel like we've learned quite a bit in this short amount of time. And we're going to keep on learning. I feel like I've been out here for a little while now, 7, 8 years 9 years as a pro, and I still have so much to learn. And having Sergio on the team it's a great captain and teammate to really lean on.
And my last question for you, Abe, we've had Coach Hibble on our show numerous times. Just curious, what's your favorite story from him, or one that sticks out above the others?
Whew. Well, it's just, there's a lot of stories. I feel like now, when I first got to OU, I think I was the first or second guy he recruited. He just got there. So he got the team when we're not ranked as good as they are now. And I guess he had a lot of stress on his shoulders. He really wanted to turn it around, and he did. But he was a scary guy back then. I feel like now he's mellowed out quite a bit, and he's having a fun time because he's got a lot of good players, and they're doing really good. So everything is clicking. But back then, you didn't want to cross him. And
You still won. You're still on. When they're not playing good, you can see his face.
Exactly. And a good story is we were playing ping pong on our locker room, and we get pretty heated matches, and I lost it for a second, and I punched the the refrigerator. Yeah, there's a fridge right there, and I punched it, and I didn't think you're gonna see my whole hand on the deal. I was like, golly. And a bunch of our teammates were there. It's like, all right, we'll find out how good of a team this is. Like, don't say anything, please. And he came in and was like, who did this? And I thought, I was like, oh, somebody's going to say. Well, I was like, I should have said it at the time now that I think about it. But nobody said anything. And we all had to, like, do, like, pretty brutal workout session on that Friday. And the whole team did it. And nobody said anything. And 5 years after, I was like, Hib, that was me on the fridge. He was like, I knew it, but nobody really said anything, and it proved that we had a really good team that I can lean on.
Yeah, Abe, you've been talking about OU. How has OU golf impacted your career up to this point, coming to the Live Tour?
Well, at the time, it really prepared me, I guess, to the big stage. We were playing a really good schedule against the best players in that level, the college level, and it really showed me what I needed to get better on. Coming from Odessa and winning a bunch of tournaments, and then I got to OU, I was like, this is not easy at all. So I gotta work really hard. It showed me really quickly, and also having Hibble and Coach Smart at the time telling me and helping me out, not really with my swing, but just to like, hey, this is the areas where you need to get better at. I feel like it really showed me and prepared me to go to Q school at the time and just to figure out what I need to get better at.
Eugenio, we're about a year from your decision to go to the Live. I want to know, how's the adjustment been like for about a year down the road?
I mean, it's been awesome. Obviously, playing good always makes it easier. But I mean, having these guys on my back and teaching me everything they're doing, and they're helping me to get not just a better golfer, just a better person. Something that I feel like it was huge for me. And I mean, I've been loving it. I've been loving every second, even though when I played terrible and when I play good, I've been loving. And I think it's the right decision for me, and I'm really proud of the decision I made. And yeah, like I said, I'm learning so much, and I don't feel I will learn this much in any other tours, because it's like Abe said, it's more individual and nobody. I mean, it's just they're just going there, playing, and go home. Here, you're just not playing by yourself. You're playing for a team. So having that aspect and having guys to lean on when you're not having a good day or you're not feeling good or something is going into your head, talking to them about that, because they deal with that before. You know, they, like he said, he's been here 9 years. Serge has been there for 21. Carlos has been there for 8 or 9 years as well. So they've been like in my position sometimes. So having them helping me is something that I feel like I wouldn't have anywhere else, and it's something that really helped me to probably get the win quick and be able to play with these guys at the same level week to week.
A couple things for me. Have either of you played here before?
I did, yeah.
You played? Okay, so what's your thoughts on the course? And then Ava can get yours as well. Whenever you
Yeah, I mean, I got lucky enough that I play a couple times here with the team. I mean, when Carson Creek has a tournament or something, we try to go. We play Southern Hills, we play here, we play also in Oklahoma City or whatever. So we play. I got lucky now that I play here twice, and I feel it's a great course. I mean, like Abe said, it's not a very long course, but it's a course that you need to place the ball pretty good, and if you don't, the rough is going to get a little nasty. The greens are going to get firm, hopefully a little firmer, and they're quick. And there's small greens, small sections, and it's going to be a good test. So I feel overall it's a great golf course. It's going to test every shot of your back. It's gonna feel like it's a fair course. The guy that plays the best is going to win on Sunday. So I mean, I'm excited to be here. Excited for having a big event and big field in Oklahoma. State deserve it, and I don't think there is a better course in Tulsa to get a tournament like this.
Yeah, for me, this is the first time I'm here. I've only played the back nine. I'm going to play the front nine today. And I like the golf courses like this. I'm a big fan of tree line, old school, small greens, somewhere you have to shape the ball. It's like playing kind of like checkers in a way. You're not just stepping on the tee and just hitting driver every single time and just trying to smash it. So I really enjoy, like I said, the golf course layout. I think is great. Hopefully the weather holds on. It looks a little sketchy, but it's always like that in Oklahoma this time of year. So crossing my fingers for it to be fine just like today, and just excited to be here, man. I can't wait to get started.
You were obviously here last year for the PGA. Did you ever envision that a year later you guys would be coming back here for what is hopefully a yearly stop? And what is it about Tulsa that lines up with all these other big worldwide stops you guys do that makes you think that this is a place that could stick for a year round?
Yeah, for me, the PGA Championship was a great experience. A golf course that I played once or twice while I was at OU, and I fell in love with that golf course. I thought it was a great venue. It was really, really tough. It was absolutely packed and a lot of support. It was weird. I wasn't expecting that much support, but I feel like that's what Oklahoma does. I think alumni and they're really, really passionate about supporting whoever came out of OU or OSU, and I had a great time. And yeah, I would have never envisioned me playing a live event in Tulsa, but I love it. I think it's a great spot to have an event like this. We're gonna, like I said, we have 6 guys that went to school in this state, or 7 guys, and I feel like Tulsa is gonna really enjoy this tournament.
Eugenio, I got a quick follow-up. You were talking about your transition straight from college to live. You're pretty much closer to those college guys than really anybody out here. Do you think in the future we'll see more guys do what you did, the top players, and what would you tell them about that experience and that process?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the PA Tour University are doing a lot of change because the number 1 guy that's on the ranking left, so they obviously don't want that to happen. So, I mean, it's gonna be hard to get you said the top ranking players. I mean, there's always an option. I feel like Leaf Golf is the best spot to go after college, just not because of money, like what people are saying. Like there's everything talking about money and money and money, and kind of like get tired of that. I feel like we're playing against the best players in the world. We want to beat them. We want to learn from them. And like I said before, I mean, you're just learning a lot, and you have guys on your team that they're helping you. So that doesn't happen in the PA Tour. So for me, and for us, the PA Tour or other tours, we were never members there, and we never made money there or anything. So they can ban you or whatever they're saying or whatever. I don't know what's the situation. I'm kind of tired of all of that. But I just say we're normal golfers. We want to play golf. We love golf. We want to beat each other, and we're getting better. I mean, and we actually, I know a lot of people try harder here than they did on the PGA Tour. So it's just an awesome tour. It's a learning process, and there's a good thing that you can also make money. So it's just a great spot, and I'm really proud and thankful for Leaf Golf to give me the opportunity to be here.
And then my other question was, how has Live evolved since you guys first got there, just as far as, maybe people accepting it, and then obviously a lot of fans this week from Oklahoma, and like for you, Abe, and for you, Eugenio, from OU and OSU fans to be out here, what might they be expect, or what would you tell them to expect coming out to a Live event for the first time?
Yeah, I mean, I just think that most of the negativity, you see it just on social media, not people that really show up to an event and go enjoy golf, right? And I see a lot of people that go to an event and it's like, well, that was a lot of fun, and they come back. The tournaments that have been overseas, for example, Australia, that was unbelievable. That was an insane tournament. It was packed every single day and every single hole. I absolutely loved it. I mean, it felt like a really big time event, and you started to see that a little more in the States. And I feel like it's just, like I said, it's just the noise of social media, but people that are true just golf fans and they want to enjoy a good time and watching some good golf, they go to an event, they're like, this is a different product, but it's definitely really cool. I don't feel like you need to pick sides. You don't have to pick sides. You just watch golf. You have another option to watch golf, and come check it out. And people that have, they probably come back. I mean, it's just a good product.
Yeah, like I feel like what he said. I mean, it's all about social media and people that they even know anything. They're just saying stuff, and people believe that. I mean, we're just playing golf. I promise you. I mean, I got lucky enough that I played some amateur events on the PGA Tour, and it's just golf. It's the same thing. Guys want to play good. You want to play good for your team now, obviously, but it's just golf. People are going to watch golf, and the good thing here, you can enjoy music, you can be loud, and you can pretty much do whatever you want. So it's more fun, and like I said, all my family and friends and people that I know, they actually enjoy Leaf Golf way better than other tours. So we had a great product, and hopefully it can stay like this for a long time.
Hey guys, Teddy Fenton, luckiest golfers on earth. Questions for both of you. I see a new logo on your sleeve there, Akron. Can you talk about what that company is? What deal you signed with them? Is that exclusive to Fireballs? What's the scoop?
Well, I think that's a better question for the captain, since he manages all the team stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'm proud to have a company like Akron, 100% Mexican company, 2 Mexican guys on the team. We actually just did an event with them in Mexico this past weekend. We went as a team to go watch Canelo fight. They sponsor the stadium there as well, and they sponsored the fight, and it was a lot of fun. We're also going to do another event in Guadalajara, a little tournament in November that's going to be really cool. And it's really neat to see companies like that jump on board and support the team. They're all in. It's been the short amount of time they've been extremely supportive. We started in Mayacoba, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. It's been I met every single person really involved in the company, I feel like. Wow. And yes, man, they're incredible.
We love the support, and we're very thankful for the support. And I feel like we'll represent the brand like we need to, and hopefully they can be with the Fireballs and with us for a long time.
All right, congratulations. Good luck this week, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
This is for both golfers. You guys are teammates, of course, now. But when you moved to Oklahoma, to OSU, to OU, when did you realize Bedlam was such a big deal to our state? And what does it mean to you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's like big rivalry. Like, I mean, obviously between the schools, there's a big rivalry, but I feel like it's a nice rivalry. Like, we both support both, like not support, but we know they're as good as we are, and just there's competition. I mean, it's nice to be competition. I always say it's like Real Madrid and Barcelona. I mean, you're just like 2 great teams, and the guy you obviously want to beat them because you know they're as good as you. But I mean, it's just love. I mean, in my case, when I play college golf and we play against OU, it was such a fun weeks. I mean, there's so much competition on the course, and when the ball just finished, there was such a nice ambient. I mean, we're really friends to all of them. We support all of them, and we're close. So it's just a real nice thing. But obviously, you'll want to beat them. It's a big rivalry, but it's just nice to have them.
I think if you look at overall sports in history, OU is way better. But absolutely. But no, like for example, when I got there at OU, what they've done, OSU, what they've done in the golf program is incredible. They produced a ton of incredible golfers year after year. They were always up there, and they were the team to beat. And we had to go chase them down. I think Hibble has done a tremendous job. Now they're winning Big 12 championships, they're winning national championships, and they're up there really head to head. It's been incredible. But the rivalry is pretty sweet. I think Bedlam is I think it's always a really crazy game too. It doesn't matter who's ranked where. It's always ends up going back and forth. I wish we could play a little bit better defense on both ends. But I didn't know much about football, and now I'm all in. I don't miss any single game, and the rivalry between OSU and also OU and Texas are just so much fun. I truly enjoy that, and I know from the rest of my life I'm gonna watch those games.
Go Pokes!
We have both mascots coming out tomorrow, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah.
Like Pistol Pit.
Yeah, Abe, of all the differences between Live and other professional golf tours, which are your favorites?
The differences? Well, the obvious one is just the team aspect. I really enjoy that. I feel like adding that layer to tournaments it's just more fun for people to watch, and for us as competitors. You're still playing your own ball. You're still playing for yourself, but knowing that your score can make a difference not only for you but for the team, I truly enjoy that. So that being that the most obvious answer, that I will have to pick that one. It's just a lot of fun.
And do you like that the crowd is a little loud, or things are a little bit looser out here?
You know what? I love that because I like the music too. I feel like in just other tours, everything is really quiet, and there's definitely some little noises that might distract you, and you kind of like step back and what was that? But with the constant music, you don't really hear the little things. So it's just like you're having a good time. Obviously, we're focused. People are having a good time outside the ropes, and you're not really getting that distracted. You're hearing the music, and that's it. And I was used to it. I always practice with a little speaker, so I'm used to playing with music.
We got the captain there saying we.
Captain says we gotta go play.